Afflicted by a curse since his teenage years, Charlie, a dentist, is on a quest to break the spell that's been sabotaging his love life. The origin of his woes dates back to 1985, during a teenage game of 7 Minutes in Heaven. In the game, participants are selected by a spinning bottle to spend time in a closet, where Charlie and his best friend Stuart ponder their fate. The bottle first pairs Stuart with Jennifer, who, despite not liking Stuart, agrees to a facade of intimacy under certain conditions. Then, the bottle points to Charlie, aligning him with Anisha, a goth girl who harbors a hidden affection for him. In the closet, Anisha seizes the opportunity to kiss Charlie and confess her long-held feelings. However, Charlie, uninterested and uncomfortable, rejects her advances, calling her a freak. His rejection and insult lead to a public confrontation, where a humiliated and furious Anisha hexes him, condemning his romantic life to failure. She declares that any woman he dates will eventually leave him for the next man she meets, and ominously takes a lock of his hair as she leaves. Years later, Charlie, now a practicing dentist, finds himself in a romantic quandary with Carol. Despite a picturesque beach setting, he fails to return her expressions of love, resulting in a bitter breakup. Distraught, he turns to Stuart, who has become a plastic surgeon. They reflect on their current lives and plan to attend the wedding of Katie, one of Charlie's ex-girlfriends. Intriguingly, Katie had found true love after their breakup. While at work, Charlie is reprimanded by his receptionist, Reba, for his lateness, as a crowd of patients awaits his services. The wedding day arrives, and Charlie, accompanied by Stuart, hopes to find a new romantic interest. During the event, Katie unexpectedly credits Charlie as her lucky charm for finding her true love after their relationship. This unusual praise leaves Charlie perplexed and the subject of whispers among female guests. His confusion is briefly interrupted by the arrival of Cam, a striking woman who experiences a clumsy mishap, resulting in Charlie offering assistance. This leads to an introduction and an engaging conversation where they share details about their jobs. Cam reveals her passion as a penguin specialist, and Charlie talks about his dental practice. Their interaction is marked by a series of clumsy yet endearing incidents. Later, Katie inquires about Carol, unaware of her newfound romance with another guest at the wedding. She expresses a hopeful sentiment for Charlie to find his true love. In a twist of fate, her bouquet toss, meant to bring luck and love, inadvertently ends up with Carol. The next day at his clinic, Charlie is surprised to find a sudden influx of attractive women awaiting him. Unknown to him, his profile has been posted on a dating website, touting him as a lucky charm that helps women find their soulmates after dating him. Meanwhile, at the Marine Mammal Park, Cam faces her own challenges. She interacts with her brother Joe, who's been dabbling in illegal substances, leading to a familial dispute that inadvertently results in Cam chipping her tooth and falling into the water. In a parallel situation, Charlie, out on a date, encounters a woman who insists on a kiss, believing in his so-called lucky charm magic. The woman is convinced that being with Charlie will lead her to her true love. Their date is abruptly cut short when Cam contacts Charlie about her dental emergency. At the clinic, Cam is impressed by a photo showcasing Charlie's humanitarian work in Guatemala, but accidentally causes a mishap with dental tools. Following the incident, Charlie, unbothered, invites her to dinner, an offer she declines due to her emotional unavailability. Later, as Charlie leaves his clinic, he encounters Cam again, this time needing assistance with her car. A series of misfortunes ensues, including a premature car start that shocks Charlie and a locked car door that traps Cam's keys inside. In an act of chivalry, Charlie drives her home, leading to revelations about Cam's accident-prone life, which earned her the nickname Murphy. However, upon reaching her home, they realize her house keys are also locked in the car, prompting Cam to break a window to gain entry. Grateful for his help throughout the ordeal, Cam once again refuses Charlie's dinner invitation, citing her reluctance to engage in a romantic relationship. Returning home, Charlie's night takes an unexpected turn when he finds Reba waiting for him. Believing in his lucky charm reputation, she seduces him, hoping it will lead her to her soulmate. Initially hesitant, Charlie eventually succumbs to her advances. The next day, he shares the experience with Stuart at the park. Stuart, finding the situation distasteful, nonetheless advises Charlie to capitalize on his lucky charm status to potentially find his own soulmate. Following this advice, Charlie embarks on a series of liaisons, each leading to the women finding their true love and inviting him to their weddings, further perpetuating the curse. Frustrated by the pattern and feeling isolated in his own romantic pursuits, Charlie vents to Stuart while watching TV. A segment on penguins triggers memories of Cam, leading him to erase messages from other women, contemplating if Cam might be his destined partner. He visits her at the marine park, only to be rebuffed by her. Joe, Cam's brother, unintentionally reveals Cam's positive opinions of Charlie, deepening his confusion and determination to win her over. In a twist, a young visitor at the park assists Charlie in probing Cam about her reluctance to date him. Joe interjects, praising Charlie, but Cam remains firm in her stance, viewing dating more seriously than Charlie's perceived casual approach. Despite her reservations, Charlie's persistence pays off, and she agrees to a friendly date, although she mentions her interest in Howard Blaine, an author specializing in penguins. On their date, Cam, dressed elegantly, shares her admiration for the monogamous nature of penguins. An unexpected collision with a pole leads to a humorous and tender moment between them, culminating in a playful kiss. The following day, Charlie confides in Stuart that he believes Cam is the one for him, despite Stuart's reservations about him abandoning his promiscuous lifestyle. Their third date is marked by laughter and a deeper connection, with Cam receiving a whimsical Band-Aid as a gift from Charlie. She skeptically inquires about his lucky charm reputation, which he dismisses as a rumor. However, their romantic evening is disrupted by a call from Stuart, confirming that all of Charlie's exes are now married, lending credibility to the curse. Fearing for Cam's romantic future, Charlie fabricates an excuse to leave, claiming a dental emergency with children. Determined to test the curse, Charlie targets Eleanor, a woman seemingly unlikely to marry, for a romantic encounter. Concurrently, Cam, feeling neglected by Charlie's absence, hesitates, but agrees to a video call. Their phone conversations deepen their bond, yet Charlie maintains his distance, fearing the curse's impact. In a deceptive move, Charlie wears a fake wedding ring, hoping to deter other women's interest. He inquires Stuart about Eleanor's marital status, leading to a revelation that she remains unmarried, igniting hope in Charlie. He rushes to Cam's house, ready to embrace a future with her, only to be blindsided by news of Eleanor's engagement, as seen on TV. A call to Stuart unveils that he never actually dated Eleanor, complicating Charlie's understanding of the curse. To further his dismay, Charlie discovers Cam's plans to meet someone named George, reinforcing his belief in the curse's power. In a last-ditch effort to win Cam's heart, Charlie embarks on extravagant romantic gestures, from breakfast in bed to surprising her at work with flowers and serenades. However, Cam finds these over-the-top displays overwhelming and requests space, prompting Charlie to leave her alone. Undeterred and desperate, Charlie seeks Stuart's help to alter his appearance, hoping to be the next man Cam dates and, by extension, the man she marries. Stuart, however, advises against such drastic measures and suggests letting go. Ignoring this advice, Charlie heads to the marine park to propose to Cam, only to find her with George. Misinterpreting the situation, he confronts George, leading to an embarrassing fall into the penguin enclosure and further misunderstandings. Cam clarifies that George is merely her hairdresser and ends her budding relationship with Charlie. Heartbroken, Charlie finds solace in a public area amidst the rain. Reba, passing by, thanks him for being her lucky charm, having found love. A spinning bottle on the ground triggers a flashback to Anisha's curse, prompting Charlie to seek her out for a resolution. Simultaneously, Joe converses with Cam, suggesting she was too harsh on Charlie and should reconsider. He points out Charlie's ludicrous yet heartfelt actions as evidence of his genuine feelings. Upon reaching Anisha's home, Charlie reminds her of the curse she cast and pleads for its reversal. Anisha, initially resistant, eventually allows him inside but confesses she doesn't remember the specifics of the hex. She advises Charlie to move on from Cam. Accepting this reality, Charlie decides to ensure Cam's happiness by connecting her with Howard Blaine. He watches them bond over their shared passion for penguins, feeling a bittersweet mix of sadness and joy for Cam's happiness. In the days following, Charlie immerses himself in a video game, escaping into a virtual world of penguins. His solitude is interrupted by Stuart's announcement of his marriage to Lara, his patient. Lara reveals her connection to Cam, informing Charlie of Cam's imminent departure with a penguin expert to Antarctica. Initially resistant, Charlie is eventually persuaded by Stuart to pursue Cam. Rushing to the airport, Charlie purchases a last-minute ticket, boards the plane, and confesses his love to Cam. He mistakenly believes she's involved with Howard, but she clarifies that Howard is married to Marilyn. Relieved, Charlie declares his commitment to the present and their future. As a symbolic gesture, he presents Cam with a pebble, akin to a penguin's courtship ritual, before disembarking the plane. Touched by this act, Cam calls him back, leading to a passionate reunion in the airplane aisle. A year later, Charlie and Cam find themselves in the serene landscape of Antarctica, surrounded by penguins under the southern lights. In a humorous twist, their passionate kiss is interrupted as their tongues stick together in the freezing cold, encapsulating the blend of love, adventure, and humor that defines their unique journey together.